Well, it's been a while. Again. As I was gonna do it, and I'm back with the video. Now, what to do? Probably some analyzing of Fnaf Help 1 and 2, since it seems so far we've uncovered all the mysteries we can with it for now, anyway. But, point is, let's begin, shall we? Anyway. Sorry. The Help 1 and 2 recently came out where you play as an unnamed Fazbear employee, the last human one, apparently, at Fazbear Entertainment's facility, the Mega Pizzaplex. Now, in this game, you can get two endings. The first ending is basically you just playing through the games and getting 6 characters, which when united, is a charger in front of the screen. You should really go check out the game, by the way. You may do see what I'm talking about. Glitch Trap shows up and knocks off some Fazbear employee, knocks you off, potentially sticking your mind inside the system, or just the animatronic. And the whole thing, again, go check out the endings. I'm not going to go over them for now, but just analyzing what we do know about the endings so far and the information proposed. The common theory is that we play as Cassie's father. Now, there have been 2 proposed options of who we are I've seen. One were Jeremy Fitzgerald, the guy who got bumped off, the guy who had his face chopped off in the original Help Wanted, or Foxy. No, wait, sorry. Or the bully in the Bonnie mask from Fnaf 4. Who's to say we aren't both? Well, age, honestly, that's it. That would be the one problem. The age would be way off. Of course, because he was adopted. Just a minor interesting point. Anyway, that's one of the things everyone's debating. Second, with the secret ending, we get a mystery. We get the gravestones, which, with the puppets, the mystical dolls used with herbs and crystals stuck in pockets to wish the person that the doll represents good luck. Anyway, the dolls once are used in order to find the secret ending, and are used, if you light them in the correct order, to get the mask. This looks familiar. And this could be, again, in relation to William and the Glitch Trap, or whatever those are. Again, it's a whole thing. I think at this point we could definitely say Glitch Trap is at least part of the Mimic, if not a form of the Mimic. Perhaps there's more to the Mimic than meets the eye. It's ancient tech. Who knows when it was made? Potentially by William, by Henry, who knows? We don't. Anyway, again. But, well, the puppets might be a clue to the order of the series, but, well, there's a bit of a controversy because, well, probably kind of has to do. No. Alright, first. This is mostly just minor introductory and debates. But basically the mystery is centered around the 2 endings of a game, what were shown in them. And the line, what makes us so special? Who are we? Obviously, Cass. Seems very heavily implied to be Cassie's father. Just who is this person besides the Fazbear technician is the mystery. Either of the 2 characters I previously mentioned, or they're both, which would cause some issues with time, but moving on. Now, I think I'm going to do a part the rest of the video, I think I'll do some analyzation of a theory I recently just checked out. Or several theories, actually. So, let me just pull it up. I'll start off with the one I just recently saw, because both I wanted to analyze by Ryetoast. He's a guy who does things a lot, and I do applaud his... Sorry, I got distracted, but... I do applaud his work behind it, and don't get me wrong, they're good theories. Everything's just a theory, of course. Doesn't mean it's a fact or anything, but he did some analyzation and proposed what would the order be if things were at the time. Now, I'm not gonna go into that. Just go check out his video. But what we do know is 4 deaths happened. However, we can't tell which happened first. Now the order implied in the game, well, implies Charlotte died as the missing children incident was going on. Okay, there are many pieces of evidence that contradict this. It's heavily implied she did die first, with Henry's line, "Own first inflicted to me, but I allowed it to spread." We don't know what it means. If Charlotte was first, that would have a lot of consequences. If Crying Child was first, that would be kind of what sets off this whole shenanigans. Actually, well, we do know this. Whoever's in the grave during the Midnight Motorist minigame is what kind of sets off this whole series of events. We nailed out who's in that grave, and we finally get our answer. If it's Evan, then the bite of 83 happened first, causing the following series of events, where William angry and probably drunk kills Charlotte, tries to outrun his mistakes, and all goes to pot. But, well, again, controversial and, let's just say, contradictory evidence exists. His experiments into Remnant and his whole nightmare scheme, as revealed in the latest Fazbear Fright book, imply he's been doing that he's had this running. Now, obviously, one of his kids must have been put into this. And if Evan was put into this, wouldn't it imply something happened? Why would Evan's nightmare fear of Amtrak be fueled? Okay, I personally believe Crying Child is the runaway from Midnight Motorist, and I just realized that. Okay, if I said Evan, that's not a confirmed name, that's just a proposed name off some info that questionable. But anyway, the Crying Child, if it's our runaway, well, I would explain some stuff. We honestly just don't have enough info at this point. But he had proposed that the order was that the missing children incident happened first, Charlotte happened, and Crying Child, then Elizabeth's death. I believe we can, however, split up these 4 groups of death in 2. Very likely, Charlotte did die first. I don't think we need to really talk about it that much. Well, Charlotte or the Crying Child. That's chunk 1. Incident that could have set off the missing children incident and all the horrors to follow. Another group. The second missing children incident and Elizabeth. Well, the first missing children incident and Elizabeth after. We don't know when Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals opened. Well, do. Sorry. Anyway. Moving on. William Afton's little. Well, we know that Elizabeth. We know a lot about her death, but little of that info pertains to the date. And while it's mentioned that due to massive success, and even more so, the closure of Freddy Fazbear location, which Variety used up for Circus Baby's Pizzeria, I want to rephrase this. That isn't actually a feasible evidence, because it's referring to entertainment and rentals, not Circus Baby's Pizzeria. So, yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. Likely, it has to be after the bite of 83. I think we can safely say that. Well, either it's around the bite of 83. That's the definite part. And highly likely. What we don't know is just. Okay, the order. This is all speculation, but I definitely think we could say Crying Child or Charlotte came first. Then the other person died. Then either the missing children incident or Elizabeth's death happened. Then the other one happened. My personal belief is that Elizabeth Afton died first. The setting up for following events. But this is just mostly a minor video just to get one out of the way. See you all later. Bye.